Welcome to the Nintendo Show, episode 17. I'm your co-host, Devin Moon, and with me, as always, my cousin that works at Nintendo, Trevor Payne.
Oh, coming in hot, straight from Tokyo. I'm here to give you all the Nintendo deets.
Thank you for joining Nintendo. It has been, it's been my pleasure to hear you talk about Nintendo. We know everything now. It's amazing.
We got the inside scoop.
All the scoops.
Man, I wish I worked at Nintendo. That'd be great. I don't know what I would do for them. I'd be in their cafeteria. I'd be their cafeteria boy.
Yeah, I think I would also work in that managerial position of cafeteria boy. And I can't wait.
And they'll call us the super lunchroom brothers.
Now, who's wearing red and who's wearing green? You know?
Oh, I'm gonna be totally red because I'm a little bit stockier and shorter than you.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So you are taller and skinnier. So there we go. We got it on lockdown, dude. Can you grow a thick mustache?
I definitely can't. But it looks very thin and wiry. Would that be? I mean, I'm going to be an ugly brother. I'm not joking. I'm going to be a nasty, nasty brother.
But you know what? They're going to make us wear hair nuts anyways. So,
but again, the things will know. The things will know. The things that they'll cue us in as they're eating their brunch. Their Japanese brunch of noodles.
They're eating their brunch, and then we're like, we know who the Smash characters that are coming out are.
Hey. Is it another Fire Emblem character? Just tell me.
Hey, spoilers, man.
Oh,
Jeez.
Sorry, spoilers. Let's get into it, Trev, man. We've ran our course. Guys, this is the Nintendo Show. This week, we're going to be diving into some of that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We got some new video game rumors, and we got some MPDs. We got to do some numbers, plus a whole lot more. And as always, we're sprinkling in a healthy dose of your questions, comments, concerns throughout the show. So we're going to get into it, Trev. There are 4 items on Mr. Miyamoto's Magical News. Number 1, Smash Direct. The entire internet collectively clutched their pearls and fell to the earth in despair this past Thursday as the final character of Fighter Pass 1 was revealed. And, well, we already spoiled it. It's Byleth from Fire Emblem 3 Houses. You're welcome.
Another Fire Emblem character. I know the world is just upset right now. Everybody feels like the whole world's been tipped upside down. I don't know. This character looks pretty cool though. Like ability wise, looks different. Looks neat.
Yep, looks totally legit. So this makes number 8, man. Number 8 of Fire Emblem characters in Smash.
Is there really 8?
Dude, it is 8. I don't even want to look at them because that seems like too much work for me. But there are 8, and 7 of them have blue hair. At least I'm pretty sure 7 of them have blue hair. There's one white-haired one.
Where are you getting these
and
facts?
All of them have blue. Listen, I played the game once, and I swear there was 7 with blue hair.
Oh my gosh, what the heck?
It is it's strange. It's a strange way to go. But yes, 7 of them with blue hair. Guess what other thing has 8 other characters in Smash Ultimate? Another property.
Zelda.
No. Pokemon, dude. Pokemon there's 8 Pokemon. There's 8
that
Pokemon you can play.
I mean, but they had 800 to choose from, so they're only putting 1% of the Pokemon in. That's nothing.
That's a good point. While Fire Emblem's running at least 100, this is like a solid 100%, if not a 99.9.
Yeah, I think we have a full game.
I think we have we got a full pack. Like if we were doing cards, I got all of them. I got the whole collection. We're ready to go. So the good news, though, let's get into the good news. Byleth, not a sword fighter only. We get a spear. We got an axe. We got a bow, and we got a sword. But this sword has a little. It's got some distance.
It's kind of like a little
shooty
chain whippy.
I like the moveset, man. I'm digging the moveset. I gotta admit, it looks pretty solid. Like it looks like a character I would be interested in playing. I just wish it didn't look the same as literally all the other ones.
Yeah, because like the Fire Emblem characters have like a vibe, like a feel that they all have, and so like this character definitely falls in line with that, and unfortunately it doesn't look super different, which is kind of a bummer, but the character looks like it should be pretty fun, but I can see where everybody's just like, why another one?
Yeah, it's just no offense. Like they have great anime and stuff, but anime characters have this kind of like generic look to them. And just with that blue hair and that cute boy look, you know what I mean? You just they all look like that cute anime boy you just want to have a nice date with, and give a good smooch. But that's it. Like as far as like they just all look the same to me, you know? And that's my major problem. I really wish if they were going to put a Three Houses character in here, why not choose one of the house leaders?
Like the main house leaders or something like that? Yeah, the main
house leaders.
They could do house leaders and then the different like costumes or whatever could switch them up.
Yeah, or even like having each house leader a different, like, so you can be like, oh, I want to be this character who uses the sword, or this person that's good at the axe. Like the real house leaders, have all of their weapon for their class or whatever. I feel like it's just a missed opportunity as far as look goes, but as far as actions go and as a playable character, it might even be one of the more favorited characters just from the moveset. I thought it looked possible. I'll give it to them.
It looked really cool. Like it looked fun to play at least. And you know what else this means, Devin? This means another Fire Emblem amiibo that I'm going to have to buy.
Oh, that is true. That is true, Trev.
Because I do like those Fire Emblem amiibo. So I've got all the Zelda ones. So these are the ones I used to I had a problem, Devin. I had an addiction. I couldn't stop buying. I couldn't stop buying these stupid things. Anyways, I now only collect Zelda, Pokemon, and Fire Emblem. So those are going to be like the three. So I'll get another Fire Emblem character, which will be cool.
Now you say that like that's a little amount of amiibo there, Trev. That's the whole game. If you can't remember, most of this game is Fire Emblem and Pokemon characters, and then the rest is Zelda. So you got to remember.
Yeah,
there's no
you got to remember
there.
This cuts it. This cuts it in like half for me, Devin. I have so many of these dang things. Like I almost have all of them. Like it's a problem. I love them so much.
I'm interested in why Fire Emblem though. Why is it that you just gravitate? You love what is it about them?
Well, I've really liked the Fire Emblem games since the Awakening on the 3DS. So it's just been a franchise that I really like. And I think the characters are really cool. Plus their figurines, like they just look dope. They got like these cool, like friggin' capes. They got swords. They got weapons. They just look really cool on the shelf. And so I don't know. I respect them. I like them.
Could one argue you just needed one and then you could call it all the same, like different names?
Yeah.
Like
you know what? One
names.
could argue that, Devin.
One could
You're
argue
correct,
that.
yes.
I'm sorry.
Wow, the similarities between Smash Brothers and myself right now. There's some major similarities. But shout out to my boy Jared. My boy Jared. Him and I used to go on collecting excursions together, and when we'd find things that the other didn't have, we'd pick it up for each other. So I'd be hitting up that Target, seeing it, and I would go like daily, Devin. I would go daily. I would stop at Target. I would stop at GameStop. I would stop at Best Buy just to see, okay, did they get a new shipment in? Oh, no, they didn't. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. Dude, it was bad. It was so bad.
I never got there. I bought a Kirby, and that was it. And I thought to myself, this is cute. This is cute. Yeah, I just bought a Kirby. Because he's the only one I was good at Smash with. So I was like, I'll just train this Kirby. For me, it was practical. I was there to train. I was like, dude, I'm going to be your Mickey and you're going to be my Rocky Kirby. And we're going to go out there and we're going to beat the Russians. We're going to beat them Russians. So other than that, Trev, other than all that goodness, we got some new mappage. We're going to Garreg Mach Monastery from Fire Emblem Three Houses, of course. It looks cool. It's basically that shopping center area in front of the monastery, the main entrance, if you would. Yeah. So it looks like a good spot to fight and get your local goods, like a nice.
Well, and did you see how it like transitions to like the map transitions to the different parts of that whole map pretty much? Like it's
really?
Cool.
So it kind of switches around.
Yeah,
okay,
so you'll start off in that marketplace.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you start off there, and then the battle transitions to inside the building where like you have like the cafeteria and stuff like that, and then it transitions to the bridge, and then it transitions to like the main hall area. It looks cool. Like the map looks neat. A lot of the stuff is like breakable, like the shops and whatnot, so it can expand outward and be a little bit wider of a map if it needs to. But it does look pretty neat. I like that they're putting some care into it, which is awesome.
Yeah, I like that idea. The moving around stuff, that's pretty cool. You get to experience the whole game, man. I'm digging it. Okay, yeah. There's even more. There's even more onto this. Mii costumes that actually were pretty cool. Even some might say more exciting than the character. Okay, so Ezio from Assassin's Creed is one of the Mii costumes.
Oh yeah,
characters.
That's a Fire Emblem. That's a Fire Emblem character.
No, Trev, Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
Ezio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a guy with a cloak and some blades. Fire Emblem.
So Fire, you're right. Sorry, Fire. God, I forgot. Yeah, he wasn't that. Dang it. The other one, which is a nice surprise, Cuphead from the hit game.
That's cool.
Cuphead. Yeah, and that one actually looks pretty good. Like some of the Mii ones, you're like, okay, sure. This one actually looks like, okay, they got crazy on this one. They got the little bloops coming out his finger and everything. So yeah, that one actually looked cool. Like I said, and me and Trev wished Cuphead was one of those that we were like, dude, that would be cool if we saw them in Smash. It's cool to see him here. I wish you were a character, but hold on to hope. Hold on to hope, Trev.
Well, no. Does this mean if they made just a costume, does this mean that he's definitely not going to be a fighter ever?
Most definitely, yes. The answer
I think so.
Yes.
I think that means is like, yeah, okay. But the fact that they got, I guess, a costume. But all right, do you ever play as the Mii fighter or whatever he is? Mii character?
No, never in my life. No.
Me neither. And so I see all these costumes and I'm like, okay, these look cool, but I'm like, I never want to play as that dude.
Yeah.
So, it's especially because a lot of them are like paid DLC. And so like, I want to get them because I'm like, I want the whole collection, but I'm like, wait a minute, I'm never going to play this dude.
That's true. Yeah. So as far as Fighter Pass number 2 goes, because there is another, and this bad boy is running over 2 years, not one, just it's going 2 years. We're going out further. We're getting 6 new characters spread out over 2 years. So we'll see who these bad boys are. We have speculated enough. You've heard us guess. Everyone has guessed. Yes. Here's the thing, Trev. Never listen to rumors again. That's all I got to say. Everyone that has said something like, hey, it's going to be totally this person, Kingdom Hearts 3, Sora, or it's going to be freaking Dante. That was the big rumor this time. It was like, dude, it's totally going to be Dante. Nah, man, it ain't Dante. It's a Fire Emblem character. And the one before that, you're like, Terry Bogard? Terry Bogard, y'all? No one guessed that shit.
Who wanted this guy?
No one was like, Terry. So here's the thing. No, if anyone is hearing rumors and they're like, yeah, totally. No, don't believe them because we've been burnt too much. There's too much burning going on. It hurts.
Yes, it does.
We are going to get into a little bit of questions. Remember, you can send in your questions to us at nintendoshow.com. We have a website. It is nintendoshow.com. Or you can go to our Facebook page and just join that group and just comment and get all friendly with everybody there. We got a good group, man. I'm a big fan of our fans. Jade Water, who asked, in Fighter Pass 1, we got a lot of third-party representation. Do you think Nintendo will stick with more third-party representation, or will we see more first-party games coming in this time around? Trev, do you feel like there's going to be a shift in balance? Are we going to have a similar heavy third, and then like maybe 1 or 2 firsties? What is your heartstrings telling you? I know you worked at Nintendo for a slight bit there. And they got fired
for a minute, hot minute.
Yeah, just for a hot minute.
I sneezed in the mac and cheese. It wasn't my fault. I did not mean to. And you know what? Mario came in himself and fired me, and I took offense. And it was rough. But as far as this question goes, I think it's going to be half and half. I think they're going to split it pretty good. I think maybe with whatever games are going to be coming out, maybe we'll get like another Animal Crossing dude, which I don't know who would get, but maybe we'd get a new Animal Crossing person. Maybe they'll try to line up a couple of the fighters with some of the games coming out. But I think the third party representation is such a cool thing. Like, it is so cool to see Nintendo shake some hands with people outside of Nintendo and bring some characters in, whether they're on the platform or not. I think seeing more of that makes it more fun. And so I would love to see more third party characters. I don't know. What about you, Dev?
Yeah, man, I totally agree. I love seeing Nintendo getting that outreach, seeing those third party people. It's really cool to actually get, because for me, like, Smash is about like history, and it's about like getting a whole bunch of games together and like appreciating those games. You know, it's like a history lesson that's fun. You know, it's like Magic School Bus or
Magic School Bus.
Over up here north, it's a little different than your southern Magic School Bus. It's actually Magic School Bus.
Right.
And the Bill Nye the Science Guy isn't. We don't have him actually. It's a totally.
It's just Guy Fieri.
yeah, and doing science, just going at science. He doesn't know much. Admittedly, but that's okay. He's got good hair.
Does he?
Okay. Well, okay. Listen.
He's got a style, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's got hair. He's definitely got hair. So, no, dude, for me, it's about man, we got lost. We're losing track. For me, it's about getting them games together. So that's what I want to see, is get those 30 parties in there. However, let's get a little Nintendo love in there.
Of course.
Let's reach out of the Fire Emblem pot. Let's reach out. You know, Sakurai, let's kind of dig in and think, what else can I play with? What other little wacky doos can we do? People really want that Waluigi.
Why don't they just do it? Just do it already. Give the people what they want.
You've done a lot of them already. What, you can't finish it off? Come on, just finish it off. Just give us a little bit of that nasty purple boy.
But you know what's cool though?
Yeah, go for it, man. What's cool?
Like I think it is so cool that this game is going to be like supported for years and years. Like, I love that they are so behind this game, and they're like, you know what? We're doing a whole nother fighter pack. And then who knows, maybe they'll do a third one, but it's pretty crazy that this is a game that they're just so willing to keep throwing content at. And Dude, I applaud them for that, because that is just awesome.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like it's going to be interesting to see what, if anything, is done for Smash in the future. I'm like, right. You have basically 80 fighters almost, maybe more now. So it's just like, I don't know what you do. I don't know if all you are from
where
now
you
on
go
is
from
just
here.
I don't know if you're just an expansion pass from now on, which is totally cool, man. And I think that it might be that way for at least the whole Switch life cycle. And maybe they will for years and years.
Yeah.
And maybe for years and years, that's what they'll do. And maybe when we have our Switch 2 or whatever it is, that's when they'll be like, okay, here's the new Smash. It's everything, but there's something added, a new story mode, something that makes it its own special thing. However, all your favorites are returning, all 100 that we gave you during Super Smash Brother Ultimate. So we'll see, man. I don't know.
That poor team, but they have so much work on their hands.
Man, bloody stump hands.
Why do they have bloody stump hands? It's so weird.
Programming.
Oh yeah, programming. Your fingers slowly whittle off, and then you're just clubbing it.
Stumps. Here comes the clubs, guys. Watch out. If you're thinking,
is that why games are like kind of buggy nowadays? Just because people are working so hard and they get to the point where they can't hit the right button.
How are you supposed to press the F button and the minus button, or Control P? Like Control P. It's really hard, Trev. Stumps. Be worried, people out there. Be worried, especially if you're getting the program. That's why I stopped. I was like, dude, I'm going to try this. I'm going to be a Nintendo boy. And then I saw the horrors.
Like, I'll never be able to play games again.
Yeah. You look online, you're like, oh no, stumps. Number 2, we got rumors. Respected leaker Sabi has reported that Wii should expect a new Paper Mario game that will go back to its roots, as well as a Metroid game that is related to the Game Boy Advance classic, Metroid Fusion. Andy Loves Me asks, boys, looks like we're going to get a Metroid and a Paper Mario on the horizon. What would you like to see from these two games if they do exist? Trevor, man.
Yeah, both of these are super cool. I would be super down with some more Paper Mario and taking it back to its roots, because you know what? I feel like this franchise, this series has kind of gone off the tracks a little bit. I want them to go back to more just the straight up RPG style roots. Like this last one, the sticker story, whatever, on the Wii U that I played a while ago with my kids. There's moments of fun, but like it really got under my skin with like the whole stickers and having to find them. And then if you don't have the right stickers, you can't do certain attacks. It drove me nuts. I want this game to get back to what it was, because they really are cool games. Like I would like them to keep more of like the, what is it? Mario and Luigi series, the Mario and Luigi like Bowser Inside Story and Superstar Saga or whatever they are. I want them to be more like that game. Maybe that's what I want. Maybe I don't want Paper Mario. Maybe I want more of the other. Maybe that's where I'm going.
So Trev, you want a different game then, huh? Not Paper Mario?
I guess I don't want Paper Mario. Thanks for going on that journey with me. I was thinking out loud.
It was a roller coaster. And I loved it.
I was really excited, and then it went down. Yeah. What are your thoughts on Paper Mario?
1,000 Year Door. Great game. That's the only one I played. It was on the GameCube. It's the one that everyone's like, that's the one you gotta play. And I was like, I played it. I like it. And dude, I don't know. I think they're fun games. I love that. I love the art style, the aesthetic. I just don't really have like a love for the game in general, but I did like that game specifically, and I thought the mechanics were fun, especially in 1,000 Year Door. But again, that's years past, and that's one of the best ones. So if that's what they're going for, which it sounds like from Sabi, that's what we're looking at, maybe, but I don't know. And so Andy Loves Me. That's what I would like. Is those roots, coming back to those roots, and it seems like we might get there. As far as Metroid Fusion like game, Trev, one of us guessed this, man. We were guessing this one. We're doing hot. We're getting pretty up there, huh? We're like getting up there.
Yeah, we did okay. Well, okay. Yeah, well, first of all, this is just a rumor. We can't celebrate our win yet.
We will celebrate till we lose. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay. It's happening. It's happening until it's not happening, and we might all be dead before it's not happening. You know?
Wow.
It's just a rumor.
Science.
Who knows? Science. Thank you, Guy Fieri. You did it.
I don't know. So with Metroid Fusion, did you ever play Fusion on the GBA?
Yeah, Fusion actually was the only 2D Metroid game that I really played as a kid. And dude, I liked Fusion. I think it was really cool.
It was a good one. Like now when he says related to it, he's not talking, I don't think he's talking about a remake. Maybe he's talking about like Fusion 2 or a sequel or something related to that. And that would be really cool, because I would like Nintendo to take a modern stab at, a Metroidvania game. I would like a new one on the Switch.
I would like to see a Fusion-like game. I think Fusion had a little more color to its palette. It was a little more vibrant. I, however, am worried that this will be a 3D, 2D kind of whoopee experience. One of those Nintendo 3D, 2D years where I'm like, I don't know if I love this art style. Stick with some 2D pixelation.
How cool would it be? Yeah, what if they did like, how they, like Axiom Verge, it's like this throwback, or Shovel Knight, how like they are taking a old look art style, but like modernizing it a little bit. How cool it would be if Nintendo did something like that, because I feel like when they do these like 2D platformers, like they go with that, like you said, 3D, 2D kind of look, and it's all modern looking. And I want them to, they are the ones that have made some incredible looking games that still hold up. Like they should totally try to do like a cool throwback. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, I would like to see what their artist can do with the Switch in that art, that pixelated art. I would like to see, with the 16 and 18. Obviously there's more bits now, so let's work with it and make something really amazing. Like I'm kind of bummed out that they do that to their properties. I feel like Mario kind of lost something when it went into that.
Yep.
When it got into the new Super Mario, I think it really lost something there. And everyone agrees with that. There's no one that disagrees with that. I mean, if you do, I'm totally sorry. But
no, dude, that's not even what I'm going to joke about. That is no bueno.
No bueno. And so I don't know what, like, for me, that's what I want to see. I want to see Nintendo really dive into those beautiful pixelated art with a nice vibrant color palette, working with Fusion story. That'd be cool if they were somewhat related, obviously. I think this is a good starting point for them. I think Fusion is a cool game that's not it's talked about, but it's not like Super Metroid talked about. So I think it's a cool area to be playing around in. So yeah, man, dude, I'm totally down for that. So that's kind of what I'd like to see. It's just mostly an art style aesthetic kind of thing, and some new power E's and stuff like that and all that good stuff. So
yeah,
I'm man.
Down.
I'm excited for both of those if they are true. This guy is respected, so we'll see what happens, but yeah, man. All right. Number 3. It seems likely that we will be seeing both a Bioshock and Metro collection coming to the Switch this year because both games have been recently rated for the Nintendo's handheld and, home device, the Switch. In fact, as reporting this story, the Metro team has confirmed that Metro Redux will be coming to the Switch and will include Metro 2033 and Last Light. The game is set to launch in February 28th. The fact that Metro has been confirmed gives further validity to the Bioshock collection coming to the Switch as well. Trev, do you like these games? How do you feel about Bioshock and Metro in your life and on your Switch life, man? What do you think?
I want it. So first of all, Metro, I love the Metro games. I don't feel like I'm alone in it, but I feel like there's not as many people that love that series. I don't know if they've given it a go or not, but they're fantastic games. They're really cool, really great storytelling, very atmospheric, very, I don't know. It kind of, so you're in Russia and you're underground. It's after this big old like post-apocalyptic type thing. And there's these like mutated creatures and it's cool. Like I remember in those first games, you had the option of like you would collect bullets and bullets were also currency, but then you'd also need to use them to like, attack monsters or other people or things like that. So it just had this really cool vibe to it. Really good storytelling. I love those games.
Yeah, dude. I never I played Metro, just the beginning of it. I just wasn't in the mood for like a Fallout-like. I know it's not completely Fallout-like, but like if you're into those types of games, like it's a pretty decent game. I really liked what I played. I just didn't follow through. It just wasn't my thing right then. But man, yeah, I'm excited for Metro for sure. I think it is. I think like it is definitely lesser known than Bioshock. At least in like accolades and all that kind of stuff. But Metro, especially these first 2 games, are excellent games, highly reviewed. Yeah, definitely winners for me to be on the Switch. And I think they'll be fun to be playing in handheld.
Yeah, well, and they've been out for a while too. So they, I think they'll port easy. I think that they'll be able to do a pretty good job with it. So I'm excited.
Yeah. And for me, like Bioshock, that's the one that I'm like, yeah, buddy. I haven't played Bioshock forever. I love Bioshock. The first Bioshock, huge fan. Man, one of my favorite games of all time. As I think, especially the first one. The second one, it's good. Wasn't made by the same guys. But it was a solid story. It had similar elements to the first one. Almost felt like it was cribbing it, obviously, because it's a sequel, but also it was made by somebody, so it wasn't completely fresh. But I did like it still. It had excellent gameplay. I think that one even had multiplayer. I doubt this.
It did. It had like a weird multiplayer thing.
Yeah, and it seems like Switch never gets the multiplayer of these games, so I doubt
they'll bring just the story is my guess. I don't think we'll get the multiplayer part. But my question is too, so is this going to be just like the Rapture stuff, or are we going to get Bioshock Infinite?
So the rumor, or what is leaked, is that it's all 3 games, so we get Infinite as well. And I've never played Infinite. I've heard I've heard such mixed things on Infinite. Like at the beginning, people were so hyped about it, excited about it. I was excited about it.
Yeah, people were talking like it was like freaking second coming of video games, man. Like when that game first came out, I was like blown away with like how people are talking about it. I've only played like the first couple hours of it. And I feel like atmospherically, like when you get to that place, I can't remember what it's called, but like it's cool. Like it starts off with a bang. I like it.
Yeah, I feel like it just feels like it's just not in the people never give it the credit like Bioshock does, the original. So I don't know. I'm interested in it still though. Like I think visually it looks stunning. I love the idea of the world that it's in. So for me, I'm like, I'm down to play that game. It's always been in my backlog where I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I need to try that out. So I'm like really excited to give it. The other thing that is interesting about it, I think, is it seems like it might be like pieced out. Like you can get the whole collection or you can get on a game by game basis. So it's possible that I could just get Infinite if I didn't want to play the first one again. But I think any of these games, man, on a handheld console, they're going to look pretty good. Obviously, the Switch is more powerful than the 360 and the PS3. So I think it's going to look just fine. It's going to port just fine. It might be even. So they have this collection on the PS4 and the Xbox One. I doubt there was much of an increase to the visual styles. I don't know much about it, but I doubt there's much of a big increase there.
Yeah,
so I assume.
Yeah, I don't know because I haven't tried it either. So
yeah, I feel like we might be in like Skyrim territory where it's going to look better than the old ones, but not better than what we got on the Xbox One and PS4.
Sure,
somewhere in that in betweener. But I'm excited. Yeah, if both. Well, it seems like these are very likely. Again, kind of in the rumor territory. Well, Metro is not. It was, but Correct. It isn't anymore. Bioshock, on the other hand, still in that kind of iffy territory, but we'll see what happens. I feel like once ratings happen, it is very likely that game is going to come because you're not going to spend your time rating for nobody.
Yeah. It makes sense. They already have collections on other platforms. So like, why not port it over to Switch and make some extra money? Why not?
Trev, number 4, do you want to dive in some MPD knowledge? You want to go through the decade, check out the year,
the National
numbers?
Pokédex for MPDs, National Pokédex. That's what we're talking about, right?
No, Trev. Now you need to get your brain off the Pokemon.
Oh, can I say something real quick? Since you brought up the topic of Pokemon, I completed the game. I beat finally, and yes. I caught my legendaries. I'm going through. I'm building up my teams. I'm leveling people's up. But I'm getting everything ready for the expansions. But I just wanted to celebrate. Finally did it. I put it on hold for a little while. Went back. Feels good to kind of get that knocked off. So,
what's the final number, man? What's the final review number on this Pokemon game, man?
Final number?
You, Sword and Shield. Yeah, final number.
Like a solid 8. Solid 8.
Solid 8. Okay.
Yeah. Rockstar of an 8.
Not your favorite Pokemon game? Or somewhere in between? Where are we at?
I feel like I have high highs and lower lows with it because I think I had some hopes of where it would go and it didn't get there. So I think it kind of let me down in a couple areas. But overall, I think it is so fun. And I think with adding some extra content to it would be real neat. I genuinely love the game. I think that there's still work to be done, especially with the capabilities of the Switch. I don't know why I feel like they just held it back and I'm like, come on guys, you guys could have done something more, but solid game, really fun. I've been having a blast with it. So I still dip back into it because I'm like, hey, I got to get my dudes leveled, got to catch more of them. I still go and roam the wild area just to see if I can find guys that I don't have. So it's been a lot of fun.
There it is, y'all. 8. I don't know if that's what we reviewed it before, but I feel like it was in that zone. So
it was right around there, yeah.
So it ended up being in a similar place. That's great news, Trev. Congratulations, man. I'm proud of you. Now I got to join you in. I got to join you. So MPDs are nothing about Pokemon, man. It's about that sweet cash, that sweet CEO cash that warms the hearts and also may kill over some CEOs if it's bad news. So let's get into it, man. The games for December, the best top 10, the top 20 games of December. This was during the holiday season of 2019. We got number 1. What's everyone's guess? It's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. Imagine that. Call of Duty doing it again. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is number 2. Number 3, Madden NFL 20. Number 4, NBA 2K20. Now, these games, at least 3 of them, are probably always there. Madden, NBA, and Call of Duty.
It's very consistent, isn't it?
I think Star Wars probably would be, but it's not every year. So, here's a guy. Luigi's Mansion number 5. Luigi's Mansion 3 hits number 5.
Way to go. That's awesome.
Taking out Pokemon Sword, which is number 6, which is crazy. Number 7, Mario Kart 8. Now, we all know how we feel about this. You are perpetuating a problem. You are perpetuating a problem. Stop buying it.
So they'll make a new one, please.
Let us get a new one. The people that played the Wii U version are ready for a new kart game. Oh my gosh. All right. Number 8, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Number 9, Pokemon Shield, not Sword.
Schwart.
The Schwartz.
The Schwartz. Yes, I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah, the Schwartz is strong with that one. Number 10, Minecraft is still sticking in there. Number 11, Grand Theft Auto 5. Also sticking in there. Number 12, number 12, dude, Red Dead Redemption 2, also doing pretty well. Second year and still number 12. That's pretty good. FIFA 20 is 13, which is surprising since the soccers are popular. But whatever. Oh, I guess this is the United States, so that's probably why. Okay. Just Dance 2020 coming in at 14. Need for Speed Heat. Need for Speed's back, everybody. It's like the early aughts again. We did it. Breath of the Wild is in here, everybody. What the world? Good job. Number 16 is Breath of the Wild. That's pretty amazing. Number 17, Link's Awakening. So we're even beating Link's Awakening, which was a this year game. New Super Mario's Brother U Deluxe is number 18. That's throw up worthy. Super Mario Party is number 19. And Ring Fit Adventure coming in, dude, on number 20.
Way to go, Ring Fit. Get fit, America.
Get fit. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. This list is crazy. Lots of Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo representing. That's crazy.
Dude, there's like almost 10.
Yeah, there is 10.
There is 10.
10 of the top 20 are Nintendo games. One thing to think about too, Pokemon Sword and Shield are separate entries on here. Like if they combined them to be just like Sword and Shield, I wonder if that would have taken the first place spot. I think you're right. Close to it.
Or close to it. Yeah, probably would have taken out Modern Warfare. So that's pretty amazing. And just seeing like Luigi's Mansion, like I know it's more recent, but like, I mean, honestly, Mario Kart 8 is blowing my mind. Although maybe that comes with every Switch, and maybe that's like because I know they had those bundles during the year. Is that probably what they're doing?
Because they had a huge sale on like and bundle deals that included Mario Kart 8. So I bet you that's where those numbers are coming from.
That's probably it. Yep. So that's interesting. There's some weird ones in there. So that was for December. Top 10 best-selling games of 2019. Now, everyone, with me. Say it with me. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019.
Cool.
Number 1. Number 2, guess again. It's NBA 2K20. Come on, y'all. Number 3, Madden NFL 20. So there's our top 3 as always. Let's get into the fun stuff. Borderlands 3 coming in at number 4. Good job, Borderlands. Okay. Trevor hates you, but guess what? Whoa. You come in.
So I got a text the other day from a friend that listened, and it was like, all right, bro, you got to stop with that Borderlands hate. He's like, it was a great game. Me and my partner had a great time with it. And I was like, all right, I need to give it another go. I need to give it some love.
I think you do.
I think I do. I think maybe I was just in a bad place at the time, you know?
Might have been, man.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I was just feeling real pissy or something. But so I don't know. You know what? Okay, I'm all right. I'm raising my right hand.
Yeah,
I'm pledging.
Is there a Bible around? Can we get the Bible in here? Someone, a Bible?
I have. Oh no! I have the Zelda. That Zelda book,
the guide, the one that tells you about the timeline.
Yeah, the timeline one? Hyrule Historia. All right, here we go. Ready?
Dude, that's close enough. Here we go. Nintendo Bible is out, and we're ready. Pledge.
I, Trevor Payne, pledge my life. Just kidding, not my life. Wow. Just kidding.
No, I like where I was going. Keep going.
I pledge my life to play this game until I am bored of it. Is that good enough?
No, it was okay. I thought it would be like, I pledge my life until like I die.
Shoot.
Yeah, something like, I really needed something traumatic.
No one's got time for that, Devin. No one's got time for that. Especially because I started Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and so that's gonna suck up my life. I'll tell you guys about that in a little bit. But Borderlands 2020, T-Pain in the house is going to go and play some Borderlands 3. So if there's anybody out there that wants to hit me up, I'm on PC, happy to play.
He's happy to play, and guys, it's legit now. It's basically a marriage. He's bethroned himself to this game. Next up, I don't think that's a word. Bethroned?
I don't know. I liked it, so go with it.
I think it was a good one. Let's keep going with it. Number 5, Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 11, dude, coming in at number 5. Number 6, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So they did pretty well. Star Wars did a good job.
That's awesome.
Because for a whole year, and then it kind of came out, what was it, like November? Was that a November game?
Yeah, it was November.
So the last 2 months. That's pretty good. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, keeping it hot, man, dude. Staying in there for another year. 7. Kingdom Hearts 3. Well, you didn't deserve it, but you're in there. You're definitely in there, Kingdom's Heart. Good job. Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Good. And Mario Kart 8. Now listen, everybody, you're perpetuating a problem.
You guys are pissing Devin off. Stop it.
It's a whole year. Now I'm fine for a month, but if you're going to come in the top 10, it's the only Nintendo game. Okay, there's 2. It's the only one that's from the Wii U era. I'm going to throw up in my mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, where's a Bible?
I need to make a pledge. We got to keep a Bible on hand, dude. Okay.
We got a lot of pledges going. Let's make a note. Bible. Okay. All right, dude. Top 10 best-selling games of the decade. Now, everyone, get ready to throw up in your mouth because it's going to be real depressing real soon.
Dude, this is so crazy, this list.
Number 1, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Okay.
This should surprise nobody. This has been in the top 10 for years. This game is outrageously popular. Good for you guys. Not for me. Not me. I'm not a big Grand Theft Auto guy, but man, go live your dreams. That's pretty great. Number 2, Call of Duty Black Ops.
Okay.
This game's old.
It is.
It's so old.
Best selling in the decade. Older. That's crazy.
That's pretty good, man. Good for you guys. Call of Duty Black Ops.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah.
Check out number 3. Say number 3, Devin.
Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. Hey, let's get a little even more crazy. Should we, Trev? Number 4, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Trev, do you want to get crazier? Call of Duty Black Ops 3 right after that. Number 6, what's that one? Call of Duty Ghost. Yeah, the worst Call of Duty ever created.
Still number 6. Game. That's crazy.
Still number 6. Oh, wonderful news. Here's a little change though. Red Dead Redemption 2, number 7. A game that Trevor had fiendishly beaten to death, thrown under the bus, whipped to death on the decade special. That poor horse was beaten and bloody and pulpted, and he had stubs.
Well, he must have been programming too hard.
he sure was. That horse couldn't stop programming. He got some flops. So Red Dead Redemption 2, dude, I'm a big fan. That's number 7. That's pretty good for 1 year.
Yeah.
Like a year and change. That's pretty
Obviously
good.
Obviously sold pretty
good. Number 8, Call of Duty World War II. Mm-hmm. Number 9, Black Ops 4. Yes. And everybody, the last one, number 10.
Oh my gosh.
Minecraft.
Cool. Yeah, go Minecraft. Heck yeah. But dude, this list, what the freak, man? Sucks. Call of Duty is really 7 out of the 10 games? I mean, like, what the freak, dude?
What? Do we not play other games? America.
Oh, this is US, right? Oh, dude, we're obsessed with shooting people.
We love our guns. Listen, don't take my guns. Pew, pew. I get it. Poop, pew, pew, shooties. Love them. Hey, let's kill people. It's great. But Call of Duty, let's think outside of the box, you know? Let's give a little love to other people. Mario had a gun. He had a gun this year, like last year. Remember he had a gun?
Devin, I don't remember this. When did Mario have a gun? Oh, Rabbids, the Rabbids game. Rabbids game. Oh, okay, cool. I'm back. I was picturing Odyssey, and I'm like, when in Odyssey did he get a Glock? And he was just like freaking blasting some.
You don't remember that? You don't remember the Call of Duty level? You don't remember the Call of Duty level?
I obviously didn't make it to that level. Dang.
The Call of Duty world where he got the cap that was just like a war helmet. Gosh. You can't remember that? Dude, that was a great, going up the beaches in Normandy as Mario. Man, it was a little sensitive. It seemed a little not sensitive to our culture.
Right?
You would think Mario and guns would work together, but nothing worked there. No one was like, hey, Mario's one of the best selling games ever. Guns are the best selling thing ever. Let's marry those. And no one wanted to buy it. But we're going to buy all the Call of Duties, every single one in nonstop. I think we need some new games. I think we need to switch it up here. You know?
Crazy. Well, and there's a reason why now when we look back at like Activision pumping a Call of Duty game out every freaking year, like it seriously, like no wonder, like these are the out of the top 7 games, what the heck, dude? There's 7 games in the top 10 from Activision that are all Call of Duty games. Of course they're going to keep pumping money into that thing because it makes some cha-ching cash. That's crazy.
Activision must be like the happiest people. They must be the happiest people in the world because that is amazing news for them. Take-Two obviously doing great with 2 in there, and good job Xbox and Microsoft for having Minecraft. I'm surprised Minecraft wasn't higher than 10 because I swear it was like the best selling thing ever. But I guess when your games are what, $10, $20, $30, sometimes free, maybe you're not getting as much. I don't know, but that's crazy. Good job, Call of Duty. Let's switch it up. What's a new year, a new decade? Let's put in some new guys. Let's sprinkle in some nice ones that are not just shooters. So that's the MPDs, man. Pretty interesting to see, though. Pretty interesting to see.
Yeah,
and it's interesting to note that and it's probably mostly people that just buy a console for Call of Duty or Madden or your sport games.
But Devin, like when I look back at all these, I'm like, yeah, I bought every single one of those. So I'm like, yeah, I'm part of the problem, you know? So
let me look at this.
It's me.
I think I bought 2. Well, 4 of them. Yeah.
Okay.
So listen, I'm part of the problem, but not amazing. I'm like at least 40% of the problem. Trev, I'm talking to you right now. It's just a one-on-one now. It's a one-on-one.
Okay, intervention time?
Yeah, we got another intervention here.
Oh, why do we do this every week? We need a new spot on the episode that's just intervention time. And we talk about my issues with buying Amiibo. We talk about Call of Duty problems. Oh, I love it.
Just the deepness. Okay, man. So that's it. That's the news. Get into 10 questions. That's right. We have a new mid-game show thing. It's called 10 questions. It's like 20 questions. Yes, we are ripping off Game Scoop. We know it. Suck it. Here's how it works. Me or Trev will give the year and the console of a certain game, and then it's up to me or Trev to guess the game in 10 questions. So that's why it's different than 20 questions, is that we get the year and we get the console. So hopefully we didn't want to rip them off too much. You know? You gotta use some creativity, but not too much. I can't rack my brain over this. You know, I'm not that smart. Now, Trev, you did this last time. You guessed it. You got Yoshi's Crafted World. Now it is my time.
On the last guess too, and that was just a shot in the dark. That was great.
So it's time to see me fail miserably.
All right, are you ready?
I am not ready, but I will give it a go. Okay. What console and what year am I going for, man?
Okay, so we're going Super Nintendo.
Oh boy, Trevor.
And the year, Devin, when were you born?
I was born in 1989.
Oh, okay,
Is this before
so
my birth?
You would have been, no, you would have been, you would have been 5 years old. It's 1994.
No, I'll remember this as fresh as a dove. Okay, what? Okay, Trev, is this okay? This is gonna
Go
suck.
for it, dude. Super Nintendo, 1994.
Is this a Nintendo, like a Nintendo published developed game? Is it a Nintendo house game?
It's a Nintendo published game.
A Nintendo published game, not developed. Okay. Nintendo published game in 1994. Well, that bums me out. Is there a blue? No, because that would have just been Capcom. This is going to be nasty. Is this a platforming game?
It is.
Okay. A platforming game. Okay. I think I'm getting somewhere. Is there monkeys? Is there a monkey and a gorilla? Like, is the ape family in this game at all? Apes?
Yes.
Yes.
Dang it. Already?
Yes. Yeah, buddy, pulled it from the sky. Now,
all right, go for it.
Here's the hard part, though.
You still have 7, so go ahead.
Okay, so there's Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Quest or whatever, and then there's a third one. Now, if you were being real nasty, and maybe it could be the third one, because who cares about that? I don't even know what it's called. Is it the first in a series?
It is, yes.
Yeah.
6 more questions, Dev.
Is it Donkey Kong Country?
No. Devin, are you for reals?
Wait, hold on. What? I'm just
kidding. No, you're right. Okay. You got it. You got it.
I was like, did I miss a word?
Congratulations, Devin. Congratulations, Devin. That was great. Dude, okay. What the freak? You got it way too quick. Dang it. You made me look like a chump the other day.
I'm sorry, man. Listen, we got to be maybe a little more harder. Although, I do appreciate it. I feel good about myself because I thought I was like, dude, I'm going downhill. I was like, I don't know who this is.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, dude.
Not in that. I'm not good at those early Nintendo games, but I'm glad I got there. Okay. 10 questions.
Done in 4.
All right. I feel good. Feeling good. Stretch it out.
Sleep good tonight, buddy.
Questions, Trev. Let's get into them. Damian Mick asks, with Sony not coming to E3, do you think Nintendo even needs to show up to the dwindling event? Do you think Nintendo needs to be at the party? I realize that Nintendo isn't, up there on a stage or whatever, but they definitely are at E3. They show their direct right after E3 is done, technically. And then they're right there on the show floor. They get to play games there. Do you feel like Nintendo doesn't need to be there? Should they follow Sony in any way, Trev? What do you think, man?
Yeah, E3's dying. Like, and as much as it pains me to see it, because like every year, this is like my video game holiday. I take time off of work. I watch the conferences. I watch the news coverage. I really genuinely get excited. I love E3 because it's just a fun time to see what's coming out. And it's just, there's so much cool energy. Now with Sony pulling out and Nintendo basically being out, but they're on the show floor. At least they do a direct, which is really cool. I think E3, give it some more years and it's just going to turn into a PAX kind of thing where it's just like a fan base thing where everybody comes and sees stuff and we don't really get too many announcements, because nowadays with the internet, you can just create your own platform, your own show, and you can dominate the news when you put it out when you want. And when you get all this news coming out at E3, you get the spotlight for a moment, but then they move on to the next big piece of news. So it really doesn't make sense to have everything announced in that short little time span. So like, yeah, why not? Why wouldn't Sony go do their own thing and pick a date that's solely for them. So they get all the coverage and people talking about it for weeks, and Nintendo has kind of started to do the same with their directs throughout the year. So it's kind of a bummer, but I hope we still get some really cool E3 announcements. It's still a time that I love, but yeah, E3 is kind of it's not a necessity anymore.
No. Yeah, it definitely isn't a necessity at all. Although I feel like Sony especially is just leaving Microsoft wide open for like a takeover, in my opinion, unless they really are planning something special. I just have this feeling, man, that Sony is in a bad place. I don't know what it is. I just sense it, man. I don't know what it is. I feel like we know the console of Xbox before Sony's does. Everyone's on board with the way that it looks. The rumors are that the Sony console is going to be less powerful. I just feel like the love towards Xbox is a lot more hyped right now, but that might be not true for everybody, That might be just true for me and the people that I hang around with, but I just feel like it's not in the same zone. Maybe it's just because we haven't even seen what Sony's console looks like, except for a really ugly...
Well, it's because, the only thing we've seen is the logo.
Yeah, well, the logo, which
logo
everyone was so hyped.
Dev kit.
Yeah, and the dev kit, which is literally one of the ugliest things I've ever seen. Hopefully it's not that. But yeah, man, I don't feel good about Sony. And so them skipping E3 is like another thing where I'm like, I don't know. Like Nintendo, yes, they started this. Like they're like, hey, we're not going to be on your stage, but we're still going to be there.
We don't need to spend the money.
But like they're still what I mean is they're on the show floor. They're still there. Like Sony's not even going to be there. They're not even on the show floor. There's nothing there.
Right.
Like they will be talked about through third-party games and all that stuff, just like last year. I think Nintendo's got it right. Directs spread out. You do, and we know when they're coming for the most part, just because they've followed a pattern. And then being at the show floor is exciting because then we get to see the Nintendo Treehouse. We get to see all these games that they showed at the E3 Direct. I think just being there on the show floor and actually with the Treehouse feel like you're in it, like seeing the games there live is a really cool way. And I think they do better than Microsoft with this kind of thing. I think they do better than Sony because they've had obviously more practice with this than Sony has. I think Nintendo's doing it right. And this is crazy. This is like the thing where I'm like, yeah, Nintendo's above you on this. This is where they are.
Which doesn't happen often.
No, it does not happen often. No, it doesn't. So for me, I actually would like to see Sony there. I think Nintendo is in the right spot. I think Nintendo does need to be at E3. So they can be there with Microsoft, so they can be a part of the conversation, but they still own it with their directs and they do it in their own way. Like they're still talking about their games throughout the year rather than Microsoft, who talks about it once a year. And yeah, they have those dumb Xbox shows, but those are no one's watching.
And they don't really
those,
announce much.
Yeah,
and
no
exactly.
one's watching those.
When they announced the PS4, when Sony did, they had their whole separate event. I think it was in like New York or something. I know that they're going to do their own thing, and we'll still get that Sony news and whatnot. Because I'm excited to see what the PS4 is and what they're going to bring to the table. But yeah, it would be cool because like E3, that time is such a fun time to be a gamer and to just see the coolness happening and see the industry just flourishing, and it's so cool. So it is a bummer not to have Sony there.
And the thing, it just boggles my mind is that Sony has done so well with the model that they've been doing this generation, especially. Like they came out at an E3 showing and wasted Xbox, and they did it so bad that no one touched Xbox for a long time. And if they did, like the lead there is huge. Like the lead is honestly above and beyond. They have 100 million consoles. This is one of the best it's going to be the second best selling console. And I don't think it'll ever pass PS2, but it is amazing how well it is doing. And it's weird to me that they're like, nah, we're going to pass it. We're going to do, this sounds like PS3 to me. This sounds like the guys that were like, yeah, we're too cool for school. We're going to win. We don't care. And then 360 screwed them in the bum. And I just feel like it might be that same situation. Although PS3 ended up doing just fine in the end.
It ended up doing well,
just as well,
but like
as
it started off on a rocky foot, and I really think Sony, whenever they take the lead, like with the PS2, they get this hubris, this like confidence, this cockiness that they go into the next console, and then they totally bomb it, dude. And people are mad at them and frustrated. And I feel like they won so much goodwill with the PS4, and then I feel like they're starting to get back to that same place, and we might see it again. Where on the flip side, Xbox and Microsoft, they are so fan focused and consumer focused, and like a lot of it I'm sure is just like, hey, it's just PR fluff, but it makes me feel good as a consumer. Like they do a really good job with their marketing right now, and like what they're standing for, what their plans are for the system. Like I like where their focus is right now. So I'm excited to see Xbox.
Their headspace is way in a better spot right now.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like Sony shouldn't skip E3. And I think Nintendo personally, Damien, is in a great spot, and they should stay in E3, but they should also do what they've been doing which is great directs. Next question. Nintendo asks, guys, where's the direct? Enough of this one game at a time stuff. I'm talking about the big one. Give me dates. He wants dates, Trev. What is your guess? Give like a specific date. If you're going to give a specific date, do you have one?
I'm going to say March.
March. Okay.
And I'm going to say March. Okay. Well, I'm just going to throw this out there. And this is no insider knowledge that I gained from my time being a lunch lady at Nintendo. It's going to be.
Okay. We'll see.
March 24th, we're going to get a direct, and it's going to be a big one. And they're going to bring some news, and then they're going to be like, they're going to be teeing up for E3 in June. So I think we're going to see some cool stuff on the 24th of March, baby. Yeah.
I dig it. I dig the 24th of March. Okay. All right. Here's my guess, Trev. I'm going to go with February. Sorry, let me look at the calendar. It has to be on a Thursday. Okay.
Ooh,
so I'm thinking
Thursday.
February. I'm thinking, sorry, not February. Sorry, I'm wrong. I think it's going to be January 23rd or January 30th. I think we're looking in the next couple weeks.
You think in 2 weeks?
I think in 2 weeks.
They just had two. They just had two directs, dude.
Small ones though, dude. Not real deals.
Small ones.
People are craving, brother. People are craving.
You're crazy.
Trev.
You're crazy,
dude. No. Here's why I think. So Metro Redux, right? It has a release date of 28th. So I was thinking, why is it that they just are now telling us this after they kind of got it kind of got like out there into the universe?
Yeah, it got leaked.
It got leaked. And then they're telling us now? Why so close? We are like a week away from that game. So
are you thinking they were going to do like an available today?
Direct. Yes, a direct, and that they were going to say that you can get Metro Redux this coming week, basically. So it would have shown Bioshock, and it would have shown Metroid Redux, and whatever crap they're going to do for the next couple months, and maybe a little summer or whatever, E3, something to look forward to, Breath of the Wild 2 at the end. All I know is that it's just so weird. It's so weird to be like, It came out of nowhere, and now we're going to show you it a week ahead of time. It's just weird. So that's my sense. That's the only reason that I'm doing this at such a close date. And they usually do their directs around January, February time. So I would say around there. So I don't know, man, but that's what I'm leaning towards is January 23rd, this coming Thursday, or January 30th. If it's this coming Thursday, I'm going to be pretty jazzed, but that seems like one after another after another. That's 3 directs in a row. That's crazy. We'll see but they might do it. Nintendo might be,
fingers crossed. Know that
that'd
be cool.
Yeah, they know it's a new console generation. Maybe they're trying to fight real hard. So we'll see what happens. Oh man. Yeah. So we'll see. I'm excited for it's going to be cool to see whatever Nintendo has for us in the future. Umer asks, non-Nintendo, do you guys think Xbox has more potential earning power than PlayStation? In fact, with Game Pass and their games being on more consoles, I feel like Microsoft has a real potential to outdo Sony financially. What do you guys think? So I'm like, So here's the thing. I think they could. I like where your head's at, man. I think you're right. I think they could potentially do better, and maybe they actually are doing a lot better financially than we expect them to be doing with so few consoles sold because of Game Pass, which is a monthly service. And we know because of Netflix and other services like this that this is big money. Those services, service-based programs, all that kind of stuff, man, that makes you a crap load of money. So I definitely see that being an extra income for them that not a lot of people might get, like Sony is not getting. I think also being on the PC and on the Switch, like their first party games, puts them in a place where they get more people get to play them, obviously. So it's like, that's another way to get more money. And I think for me, what I'm seeing from Microsoft and why I think they want to put Master Chief collection on the Switch and stuff like that is because for them, it's about money now. It's about fans and money. What makes us more money? It's not about our consoles anymore. It's about spreading the love and making more money. And so that's kind of, I think you're onto something. Have they done better than PlayStation this generation? With console sales, no, which makes me think financially they're probably not doing better than PlayStation. And maybe as far as like exclusives go, like PlayStation's doing way better. So maybe even in that way they've made more money. So I don't know. Like I think they're in a good spot to make more money, but I don't know if they've done it this decade or this generation. So I don't know, Trev.
I'm with you. I think PlayStation probably, because across the whole globe, they are a more recognizable gaming brand and things like that. I think that they're doing better right now. I think Xbox, I think the idea behind, like you said, opening up to other platforms, putting their games on everything, letting people potentially soon just stream games, pay for a service and just start streaming and playing them. Like they're providing so many avenues to where you can play Xbox, Microsoft games. I think that they have the right idea. Being locked to one platform, I think is kind of old school. And I like the way that Microsoft is thinking about this and that they're wanting to just open up and let as many people play as possible. And I think that's a great idea.
All right, man. That is it for our fan questions. Thanks, guys, for sending them in. New releases that will have come out and are about to come out. We missed Tokyo Mirage Sessions #FV Encore last week because we're failures and didn't realize of some reason that we talked about the game, but we didn't realize it was coming in new releases. It came out. Trevor, you bought it? You bought it?
Yeah. So I downloaded it. I started playing today. I'm only about 2 hours into it. And Devin, I think I'm really going to like this game. Are you loving it?
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, I really want to buy this game. Like I at first I was like, nah, dude, I don't like this. But
what's driving you? Why? Why do you want
Persona
to buy
5,
it?
man. Dude, I love Persona 5. I love the fighting mechanics and I just love the loop of that game. Like for me, that's I'm not a big JRPG guy, and I loved Persona 5. It surprised me how much I liked it. This game, when people are saying that it's like the best fighting mechanics of any JRPG, it's done by the same guys as the Persona team, and just hearing that that's the best fighting like mechanics of that kind of series is pretty impressive. Especially, I love the snappiness and the menus and all that stuff of Persona. So just watching the stylized visuals of this game, all that kind of stuff is like really pushing me to be like, okay, and it's like portable. And that's the one thing that I was like, Persona 5 is great, but dude, man, if this game was portable, I'd be all up in this game and actually beating it, because it's a 100-hour game and it's just, I got like 50 hours in, but I was like, I don't know if I can keep going. Right. Seriously, I think I'm going to buy it. I don't know, Trev. What What are your thoughts?
I'll give you. So again, I've only been 2 hours into it, but Persona 4 Golden was one of my like favorite JRPGs for the longest time, and I'm getting so many Persona vibes from this, and so like art style, all that stuff. But the thing I like about it, so I didn't like the whole having to control the, I guess, like being time limited on stuff like days, like in the Persona games. Like, okay, you can only do so much in a given day. That stuff stresses me out, and this is and it's definitely not in this, but like it seriously is like very anime, so you have to be okay with anime. You have to be okay with a lot of dialogue, a lot of, you know, story and things like that, but which I am. But the combat is so cool, Devin. Like they're like when you build up your party. Oh, first of all, there's Fire Emblem characters in this game. That is super cool, and they don't even like acknowledge it. It's so weird. Like it's awesome. But something that I really like is when you unlock different abilities for your character, and then you can slot them in certain ways where then when you attack a monster or enemy and they're a weakness to that certain type of attack, it'll then chain, and then one of your other party members jumps in with their special attack, and then if that person's chains with another person's, then the other person's jumps in, and it's so cool. Like I am very excited. After this, that's what I'm gonna go play, and I'm excited to dive in, dude. And plus, this game's got style, dude. It has some style, some swagger. I love the colors. Like the colors are so vibrant and it just pops. I love Japanese pop music as well, so that's another thing that I'm really excited about. I'm excited to like just really dive into it and really give you guys an idea of, you know, what this game's all about. But so far, again, the opening impressions I'm really liking it.
Just watching it, I was like, okay, I'm like on board. I love music, even if it's like whatever, Japanese cheesy stuff, whatever. I don't care. I love music in games, especially, and just something that's stylistically different is always fun, especially for me. Like I don't do JRPGs all the time, so I really am looking forward to this. So maybe we'll give it a nice little review, put it up on the website or something when we get down to it.
Awesome.
So another game coming out, To the Moon. So this is an indie game. I've heard some good things about it. It's a story-based game. It's about like scientists that go into, so I guess it's part of a series. It's scientists that go into a couple's relationship and see why the relationship like ended or broke, or how they broke up and stuff like that. Okay. Sounds like a nice, interesting walking simulator story type game. So go check that out. To the Moon. It has a nice art style as well. On January 23rd, we're looking at Oddworld Stranger's Wrath HD. Have you ever played this game, Trev?
Yeah, I played this back on like Xbox, like the original Xbox. This game has been ported to everything. I love it. I remember really liking it. I don't ever want to play this game again.
Oh, I'm sure you don't, especially if you've played it over and over again.
Yeah, like I'm good. No, thank you.
Yeah, for me, like honestly, if you haven't played this game, I think it's a good one to pick up. During its time, it really was one of the better shooters, especially on that. I mean, it was an original Xbox game. You had Halo and you had Halo. And so this was a really good one, especially like the character, and basically you're playing as a Western
kind of gunslinger.
Yeah, gunslinger.
Bounty hunter looking dude.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like, so it's based in the Oddworld universe, which is a whole bunch of wacky characters. He's a cool looking wacky character. It's a first person shooter. It's not a platforming game like the other Oddworld games. And you have different type of ammo that does different things, like spiders that web up stuff, and creatures that do other kinds of stuff, like little ones that chew up people, stuff like that. So it's a good game. It's definitely of its era. So I wonder, similar to how I bought Jedi Outcast 2, where I'm like, yeah, this is good, but man, it's dated. You know what I mean? So I kind of have that feeling that this might be in the same zone of being dated, especially I feel like the only one that really kept up was Halo, but whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check it out if you haven't. I'm not sure. Again, it was like a 9 when I first played it, but it might have lowered down to a 7.5 or somewhere in there. Dude, that is that. recommendations. Let's get to our final recommendations, where we give something awesome to check out into the video game space or otherwise. Trev, what are you going to bring to the table, man?
All right, recommendation for the week. I want to invite you all to check out a band called I Fight Dragons. They're on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, whatever. Check them out. They have some really cool stuff. And the reason why I like them so much, so they are very pop punky, which is right up my alley. But they also include a lot of like Game Boy bleeps and bloops, Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo. So a lot of video game type stuff behind the scenes. They're total nerds and geeks that love video games. Really, really big fan of their music. And they just came out with a newer album towards the end of last year. And one of the songs I want to invite you guys to check out, it's called Punch Drunk Destiny. It is really cool. They have awesome music. So check them out. Their music videos are kind of cool too. So definitely nerdy, which I dig.
For me, I didn't choose anything till just barely because I totally forgot. So my recommendation, Trev, is I've been thinking about my life, been looking at, so I have behind me a wall of board games and video games and a whole bunch of crap. And when you used to say stuff about your amiibo, and lately I've been thinking, I don't have enough toys in my life. And you've been thinking, I need some toys. So I'm going to start a collection of toys. And I don't know what. I'm just going to pick some nerdy crap and go for it. Yeah, I was like, I want to try some a little bit of random toy collection and put it on my wall back here in my nice podcasting room. So yes. Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling the need for some toys right now in my life. Could be because I have just a kid and I don't know, but I'm just all about toys right now. So
you know what? And your kid will freaking love you for it.
Yeah. I'm totally down for this.
Dude, my kids are always like, my dad's so cool. He's got all these video games and action figures and Lego. Like, dude, it's awesome, man. And a good way to connect with them,
That's what I was thinking. I think it's a good way to connect. And it's also, especially if you're not like creepy collector guy where you're just holding it out for yourself. I'm like, yeah, dude, if I'm opening these bad boys up, letting my son play with them, getting to play with them myself, I'm totally down for this. So go grab some toys. If you haven't touched a toy for a while, get some Legos, go out and get something that, I don't know, will make you happier and feel like a child again. So that's my recommendation. Everyone, thanks for listening to the Nintendo Show. We love you all. Remember, you can go to our website at nintendoshow.com or join our Facebook group and follow us on Twitter at Nintendo Show Pod. It's such a cool experience to see this podcast grow. And that's because of all you guys, like sharing it with everyone and helping with commenting and all that kind of stuff, and really like filling out this show. We appreciate your help, and this podcast continues to grow because of you guys. And it's cool to get to meet you guys and hear what you got to say on our Facebook group and all over the place. So seriously, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Seriously though, honestly, we appreciate it. So yeah,
very much.
That's it, man. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Former life, in a former place. Think I knew her smile, I remember her face. Maybe that's why I'm a mess. Whenever she wears that dress, it's like a no-look right hook, dropping me down. And when I stand up, I'm stuck, stumbling around. No, she don't know what she does to me. Yes, I confess that I'm blind. I can't deny I was born to be a martyr for love. It's just a part of my punch-drunk destiny. So I take the hit and I take the pain, but I'm not done yet, and it hits me again. Maybe I'll never know why. It's just that look in her eyes. It's like a long lost left cross out of the blue, and when it hits me, I see stars and the moon. No, she don't know what she does to me. Yes, I shortcut taking me out, and maybe this time now I'm down for the count.